People should buy less Costa coffees and go on less holidays and not go out for dinner so often, and then they'll be able to pay the electricity bill.
I sometimes wonder whether people live on Earth. I wonder how people can come to such internal hallucinations. I think it's all, I know life's all hypnosis, but how do people come to these negative hallucinations and blame people for their own state of play, where we can clearly see that how the government is clearly cutting its way through, using austerity to cut its way to growth. I don't understand that. How can you cut your way to growth? The more you cut, the more harder it gets. The more you cut, the more difficult it gets. The more you cut, the more pain and emotional trauma you feel. The more you cut, the more mental health situations you're going to have to face with families breaking down, etc. The more you cut, the more crime's going to rise, the more poverty is going to go up. It's just going to get worse and worse. Crime rates will go higher. People won't care. They will start to use methods to access funds, etc., that won't be pleasurable. And we've already said the prisons are already full. You can't just cut yourself. People will struggle. More families will break down more. And you parties that are pretending to show that you are with the British people, you parties that are pretending to attack the community by stripping them from the very sustenance of life, will only cause civil unrest and civil war. With this video, just listen to what Keir said, and remember, when someone cuts you, remember that you cannot vote for that party again because of the austerity that they have bestowed upon the British people. We were probably better off with a Conservative government. A Labour government is supposed to be socialist, but it is not. One thing I've learnt in life is never completely trust, and don't make the mistake of saying, no, I'm not going to vote anymore. That's not going to be the answer. The answer is you have to vote for who you believe in and make a stance. Otherwise, those idiots that by default get your vote win the elections. Let's all have a turnout next election and vote for a party that will make change. I know they all make all these false promises, but we've seen the Labour government in action now. We've tasted what they're doing. We've tasted what Conservatives have done. So choose a party who have a chance that do say they're going to increase public services. Do your research. Otherwise, life is going to become a lot more difficult in this country. We already potentially going into a third world war. And what we want from a leader is humanity. We want a peace lover. Vikas Chopra.
Don't make the mistake we made in 2010 after the financial crash, which was to think that the way through this is to go for austerity and really severe cuts to public services. That was a complete mistake in my view. It stripped away our public services.
Wasn't that the voice of Keir Starmer, who's currently our Prime Minister? Did he not just make an absolutely brilliant demolition job of austerity as a political tool? 4 years on from those words, he's championing it all over again. Does he not look like the biggest hypocrite